Kumari's birthday. The day was sunny and Kumari was happy, for today was her birthday. She was 6 years old. The mission lady had promised a surprise for her, but she must wait until dinner time. Kumari was playing out on the lawn with the black kitten, which she still called Ratty. Lotus and Kusumo had just finished their work at the mission and were coming out to join Kumari in the fun. As they were watching Kumari, she suddenly screamed, "No, Ratty, no!" Coming out from under the bush behind which the kitten had been hiding was a snake. It was small, but all snakes in India are feared, for so many of them are very, very poisonous. "No, Ratty! Don't play with him!" the girl shouted, but Ratty did not seem to hear. He was having so much fun. He jumped at the snake, and at the same time the snake struck at Ratty. Kumari ran to save the kitten, but just as she took the animal in her arms, the snake struck again, this time at Kumari. There was another scream as Kumari fell to the ground, firmly holding Ratty in her arms. Lotus and Kusumo ran quickly. Orlo, one of the native workers, came out to see what had happened. As soon as Lotus exclaimed, Orlo gathered Kumari in his arms and carried her to the doctor, with Lotus and Kusumo close behind. The doctor was busy, but he came as quickly as he could. He gave Kumari some anti-venom medicine in the magic needle and then proceeded to draw out the poison. "Oh, please don't let her die," begged Kusumo as she touched the doctor's white coat sleeve. "She's my sister, the little princess." "I will do everything I can," the doctor assured her. Then he spoke to Orlo. "First of all, dispose of the snake. No doubt it is still near the same bush. Next, take the kitten to the laboratory. I wish to examine it, for it is probably already dead. Then go as quickly as you can and bring Kumari's parents. They should be here within an hour." The mission doctor turned to Lotus. "Can you find the mission lady or Mela for me right away?" Turning to Kusumo, he said kindly, "You may stay right here and hold her hand. You need not be afraid. We will do everything we can for your sister. You believe me, don't you?" "Yes," said Kusumo, smiling through her tears. "I trust you." During the hot morning and far into the afternoon, Kusumo sat on a little stool by Kumari's bed, holding her hand. Father and Mother came. They had a long talk with the mission doctor in another room. The mission lady and Mela spent much time caring for little Kumari, bathing her face and body and giving her things to drink. Kusumo could tell that Kumari was very sick. But the mission doctor had said that she would not die. She would be sick for many hours, but the magic needle would make her well. The God in heaven would not let her die. They had all prayed to the God in heaven. Kusumo patted her little brown hand. "Yes, sister, soon you will get well. Then someday we will go out into the big world and tell people about the God in heaven." The mission lady did not forget the surprise she had for Kusumo's birthday, for she brought it in at supper time. It was a beautiful little cake with 6 lighted candles. Kumari was asleep, but Kusumo was so thrilled at the sight she wanted to awaken her sister that she might see it also. The mission lady said, "No, she needs her sleep now. We will keep the cake and light the candles when she is feeling better, so she may enjoy it." Orlo, too, has a gift for Kumari. He has been working on it all afternoon. It is outside on the lawn, and I am sure she will like it when she is able to go outside again. Now I will bring your lunch on a tray. We will put a cot here for you to sleep on, close to Kumari's bed. At bedtime, the mission lady told Kasumo a story, and then she made both girls comfortable for the night. Little White Nose. For several days, Father had searched all over the village, hoping to find a black kitten to take the place of the one he had so mercilessly killed. He was ashamed that he had become angry, and he realized he had made his little girls very unhappy. Now that another black kitten had lost its life, he wished that he might find one to take its place. The doctor had told him that if Kumari had received the first bite of the snake, it might have been fatal. The kitten received the greater portion of the poison, so Kumari's life had not been in so great a danger. Father saw a number of kittens in the village, but they were not nice and fluffy like Ratty. Most of the cats were skinny and underfed. When anyone approached them, they scurried out of sight. They would not make good pets. Finally, he found a black kitten, a tiny creature that had lost its mother. No one seemed to claim it or want it, so Father gave a small coin to the boy who brought it to him, saying, "It is for a sick little girl who loves kittens. I wanted to find one for her birthday. She will love and care for this kitten, and perhaps it will grow big and strong." Father carried the kitten gently in his hands as he went to the hospital. He was anxious to see the results of the magic needle the doctor had used to fight the snake bite. Father liked the doctor, and he no longer hated Christians. He was beginning to believe in the God in heaven. As Father turned into the main road, he noticed a familiar figure standing before him. It was the charm doctor. "I have been hearing strange things about you," said the charm doctor. "You have not carried out the instructions about your little girls. You did not take them to the temple. I warned you before of the curse that would come to your family, the curse of snakes." The curse of snakes. For a moment, Father felt a surge of cold in the back of his neck, for had not Kumari been bitten by a snake? But it was the kitten that died, and the kitten did not belong to his family. Father said, "I no longer fear the curse of snakes. You are inviting bad luck. See, you are carrying a black cat in your hand." The charm doctor pointed at the little black kitten. "Do you not realize it is black?" "Yes, it is black," agreed Father. "Do you not fear the curse?" said the charm doctor, knitting his brows together. Father did not fear the curse or what the charm doctor said he would do to him. "What you have heard is true," said Father. "I took my girls to the Christian mission instead of selling them as slaves in the temple. Now they are learning many things in school. The mission doctor is kind. He healed my little son where you failed. You took away my cow, but he gave me one to use until I can pay for it at harvest time. He has been a good friend to me." "Friend!" screamed the charm doctor. His voice was angry. He shook his beetle chain in Father's face as he cried, "You call him a friend?" But Father pushed the charm doctor aside. "Away with you, charms and your curses. I am taking this kitten to my little girl at the mission hospital. I have no time to talk to you." The charm doctor was surprised and angry as Father went on down the road. "You have insulted me. A curse be on you. I will kill you for this insult," shouted the evil man. Kumari was feeling much better. She was sitting on a stool when Father came to the hospital with his gift. She lifted her hands to accept his present, but then she put them back in her lap. "No, not another Ratty," she said, as big tears came to her eyes. "I don't want another black kitty to die." Father reasoned with her. This kitty is not all black. See, it has a couple of white spots on its nose. It is tiny and it is very lonely. It has no mother to care for it. That is why I brought it to you. I know you will care for it and feed it well. I promise I will not harm it as I did your first pet. I brought this one because I love you. Kumari took the kitten in her arms and held it close. Then she lifted her eyes to Father and said, I will take good care of it. I will call it White Nose. What a nice gift, Father. Thank you for it, and most of all, for loving me. Father patted Kumari on the head. As he turned to leave the room, he said, I must go now to see Kusumo, and then hurry home to Mother and Adho before dark. Kumari sat holding the kitten. It was so soft and warm in her arms. The mission lady helped her feed it warm milk with a medicine dropper. Kumari was delighted when little White Nose drank all the milk and went sound asleep on her lap. Later in the evening, Kumari was feeling quite well again. The good food, the fruit juices, and the medicine in the magic needle had done their work. The mission lady suggested that she could go outside for some fresh air. Orlo was waiting near the door. He wanted to show her what he had made for her. It is for your birthday, exclaimed Orlo. I hope you will like it. Kumari followed Orlo out to the lawn. She was all smiles when she saw a small wire cage that opened at the bottom. Inside the enclosure was a wild rabbit, nibbling the green grass between his paws. Oh, I like him, said Kumari, clapping her brown little hands. I will call him Long Ears. Thank you, Orlo. You are so good to me. I will take good care of him. Kumari said she had never known such a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Mother had given her a basket woven from vines in the forest. Father had given her little White Nose, the motherless kitten, and Orlo had given her Long Ears, the wild rabbit, and the pen to keep him in. Mela had given her 2 tiny fish in a glass jar. Kusumo had given her a cluster of wild flowers that she had found in the clearing near the mission. Lotus had given her a small cake of sweet-smelling soap that made bubbles in the bath when she washed her hands. The doctor had given her a pad of paper and a magic stick or a pencil to write with. The mission lady had baked a lovely cake and decorated it with 6 candles. Best of all, Father had said that he loved her, and that was the gift that meant the most. Truly, it had been a wonderful birthday. Kumari was a big girl now. She was 6 years old.